Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So, Scorpio Sagittarius. This is your reading for this week. And just remember, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever applies and leave the rest. The energy around you is the pity party, or pity parade. Pity parade. That's what it is, not party. It's a pity parade. There's somebody there, and that's the thing, is like I feel like it's not just one person. There are multiple people from your past that are trying to come back into your life. They're trying to tell you how difficult life has been, or all the and I know that I'm distracted, but I feel like that's exactly how you're gonna be. To be honest with you, they're trying to tell you all the things, how things have gone wrong in their life ever since, the friendship, the relationship, whatever it is, ended, and you're just kind of like, okay, are you done? And you may seem or come out a little cold-hearted, let's put it this way, but it's kind of like you're not wanting to go back to any connection that has ended. You're not in a space at this moment anyways, emotionally or mentally, where you want to where you want to give people second chances, where you see. And that's the thing, is like you've made peace with whatever it is that these individuals have done to you, whether they stole from you, whether they were talking about you, whether they did you wrong, however it was. You made peace with it, you forgave them, and you just don't want, you just have no desire. I don't know how to explain it, because it's like it's not even coming out of fear, to be honest with you. You just have no desire to have these individuals in your life. Since the departing of these individuals, things in your life have actually turned around for the best. And we have to, when I say stuff like that, we have to come to an understanding about energies, right? And those that we choose to have around us, and what kind of energies they're embodying, right? And if you don't know how to protect your own energy and your own space, the energies can seep through, let's just put it that way, and can make something that could be so easy and so flowy for you very challenging, right? Because then you're always almost constantly like on the defense, right? Trying to keep certain things out, whether it's through thoughts or emotions or whatever it is. So when you were able to free yourself from these connections, everything just kind of fell into place for you, and not so much for these individuals. And again, we all play a different role in different people's life, but it's almost kind of like you may be hearing from exes in your life, whether they're ex-friends, ex-lovers, ex-whatever. And it's almost kind of like a parade, like when you have a parade for whatever the reason, and everybody's like, passing right through, right in front of you, and you get to see everybody, right? And it's almost kind of like, it seems like a pity parade, because it's like one after the other. They're just people coming out of like nowhere. And to be honest with you, I feel that this is more of this has to do with their own path and their own journey, where they have to make amends with the people that they've hurt. And for a certain group of people, you are the common denominator. You are the one person that was hurt the most. So even if these individuals don't know each other, they're all still coming around the same time to apologize. Now, The only thing is here is that they're coming in to apologize, but I think that they are unaware that that is all. They're not supposed to want to be back in your life, and I feel that that's why when they're coming towards you, you are accepting their apology, but you're not accepting them back into your life, because whether you know why or not, and you know that the time with these individuals has already expired. There's nothing new within those spaces for you, or within those connections for you. I hope that makes sense. A lot of the times, we may feel, let's put it this way, that when certain people come back, we're supposed to give them a second chance, and it's not always the reality, because sometimes people come back because they themselves need to apologize, they themselves need to make peace, and that's the only way that they know how to do it. But again, you know exactly how you feel in regards to how these connections ended, and how it is that you feel about even thinking about restarting these connections, because you just seem very distracted when they are apologizing. Like, you just kind of want them to be done and over with, so that you can keep moving on. So we have the Lady of Wands, the Six of Cups, and then the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Whatever these connections were, really, and again, at that time when things were going down, at that time when you were being hurt, at this time when, you know, people were stabbing you in the back, you didn't realize at that moment in time how much these connections were teaching you, not just about yourself, but also about other people, also about connections, about relationship. But through it all, let's put it this way, you learned valuable lessons, that once you are done with something, you don't have to go back. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to live your life to keep someone else happy and content while destroying yourself. Because to be honest with you, going back into any of these connections, there is a sense that there's a part of you, whatever part that is, that would have to be held back, or that would have to take a seat, right? And maybe you won't be able to speak a certain way, maybe you can't dress a certain way, regardless of whatever it is, right? But there's almost, or maybe you can't say certain things or think a certain way when you're around this person, regardless of whatever the reason is, because of their belief system, because of whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, like, or maybe they put you down, like, oh, you're so dramatic, oh, you're so loud, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're quiet, they criticize it. If you're loud, they criticize it. So it's almost kind of like, you know that you don't want to be around people that don't accept you 100%. So that's where I feel the desire is no longer there. Whatever part of yourself led you into these connections has been healed, and when I say that, it's like you finally saw yourself for who you are in all aspect of yourself, and accepted yourself. So therefore, it's like, if I accept myself exactly as I am, with what people call my flaws and everything else, then there's no way in hell I'm going to allow anybody that's around me to judge me. Because when you get to a point where you accept who you are, you don't judge other people, because they are who they are, and how they show up and who they are is exactly who you are supposed to embrace, and exactly who you're supposed to, if you want to be in that connection, let's put it this way, it is it's exactly how you have to accept them. Now, when I say that, yeah, there are certain things that you may not be in alignment with, but that's why you get to choose who you want to be connected to. But when you choose to have somebody in your life, regardless of whatever part they're playing, you have to be able to accept them without judging them. And if you're still in a space where you're continuously judging yourself, it's very easy to judge others. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a card for the love energy. Now this is the Dark Mirror deck. And we have, what number is this? Number 8. I'm exaggerating. I can read, guys. Number 8. The child I was meant to be. So, like underneath it all, to be honest with you, I feel that you're very grateful for these lessons. Regardless of how hard they were at that moment in time, they pushed you little by little. Some of them gave you huge push, right? A huge shove into being who you have always been. And who have you, those parts of you, or those aspects of you that you probably hid or suppressed. But through all of these experiences with these people that are taking this pity party in front of you, excuse me guys, you have been able to get back to you, and you have been able to accept yourself. And I feel that within that energy, you realize what part those individuals were meant to play in your life, and you know that it's kind of it's over, like that's it. There's no coming back around from that. Whatever it was they were meant to teach you, you learned. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a closing message for you guys. Give me one card, Spirit. Yeah. Again, why this? I'm gonna literally take this card out of the deck and I'm gonna be like, no, you're done and over with it. Because it's come out like so many times. Your commitment is being tested. The first quarter moon. So when we talk about our commitment, it's like when you make a decision and when you say you're going to follow through with something, right? There tends to be little challenges that come in to see how much you really want something, or how much you're really, how much action you're really going to put behind your word. And that's exactly what is happening at this moment in time. It may have been that you have said, like, I have no desire for this. And it's like, okay, let's do a little pity parade in front of them to see if it's really true, or are they going to cave in? Are they going to give up everything that they have gained to give somebody else a second chance in their life? Or have they finally learned the lesson as to why those individuals were in their life in the first place? You know, and one of the things that I want to say is sometimes I know I know I be triggering people, and sometimes it's not that I laugh, to be honest with you, because it's just, to me it's just funny, because I've been that person, right, where I've been very very close-minded to certain things, and it took a lot of work from spirit, like literally knocking me down to finally accept certain things and to finally see certain things, right? And it's kind of like that energy where it's like, hey, there was a time where you guys prayed to heal from the broken heart, from whatever it was. You prayed for this. You prayed, you whatever, you chanted, whatever it was. You did the work to get to where you are now. So the question is, do you want to stay where you are now and continue on moving forward? Or do you want to just throw everything away to go back to where it was that you were? And it's just that simple, guys. Well, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.